We are back on Meerwasser Live TV at the booth of KoralSea, and you're a newer company. You started 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's the first time at Interzoo this year, and you're Simon, the CEO of this company.
Yeah.
Let's start and talk about your company. What are you doing?
Well,
where are you coming from?
Well, basically, I had a retail store for 20 years. So in that time, we felt there were things that were missing from the hobby, which I love. One of those was ethically produced corals that had a story behind where they're coming from, and fish, and also the branding was very important. So when you go into a store now, you don't know where the corals come from. There's just rows and rows of corals. Mm-hmm. They could be wild, they could be tank bred. So what we were trying to do is have a label on our corals, labels on our fish, so people can identify where they're coming from.
That's great.
They can see what their common name is, a Latin name, and also their ease of care. So we have a scale: yellow, orange, red, of how difficult they are to keep.
Okay.
So along with the livestock, the corals and the fish that we produce on our farm.
Your farm is in Ireland? Or?
Yes, so it's based in Galway, which is on the west coast of Ireland. Yeah.
Very nice place.
We took over used to be an old salmon farm, hatchery building, so we have lots of space, so space is not a problem. So we started doing research back in 2010.
Okay.
And because it's taken a long time to develop the processes for both the corals and also the live foods, which is key to our business. So what we wanted to produce was a range of live products, but also a range of consumable products, live foods and additives, that the end user, the hobbyist, so the person with their tank in their house, would have confidence in buying, that these corals were grown using these products, so they work. Whereas many of the other competitors out there, they produce very nice looking products, they look smart, but do they work? Who knows? They can say it does this, it does that, but what?
So you culture this corals with this product?
Yes.
With this product.
Yes, and so for the retailer who we sell directly to, they have a story to tell to the end user, the hobbyist, for their home tank. You do this, it will work. And also the advantage of our corals is because they're all grown in aquarium conditions, there isn't a problem with losses that you may have from buying in from the wild or from other sources of coral, mariculture, which obviously is big business in Indonesia, but the problem there is, of course, they're coming in with pests, and so because ours are grown in a controlled environment, you don't have pests, you don't have losses, and it's better for everybody in that the retailer doesn't lose their margin, and they get a good result.
Okay. So that's the point why we came to your booth. Okay. You're a big supporter of this aquaculture.
Yes.
And that's a good thing. That's the thing for the future, I think. And let's talk a little bit more about your breeding processes. Yeah,
well, maybe what I'll do in a minute is get you to talk with James, who's the head of production. Okay. And what's fundamental to our business is the live food. It's we produce a range of phytoplankton, which is we have a very unique method of production, which you could talk about a little bit, and also our zooplankton, which is a range of copepods and rotifers, and that is key to both our fish production and also the quality of the corals. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll get him to talk to you a little bit about that.
Yeah. And, but I have one last question before you leave. Is it right? All from the top to the bottom is your product? Yes. From the lighting?
Yes. To everything, the lighting. What we also felt was key for the retailer to try and make it easier is branding for them, point of sale, to make it clearer for both the buyer and the seller. So when the shop on a busy Saturday, it's very clear for everybody what it is.
Okay.
And that is key of what we're trying to do.
This is also your lighting?
well, it's a company that we use that we've had on test. We don't manufacture it, but we use it on the farm for over 2 years now, and we've had very good results. And so we are. What we're hoping is that people see that, again, it's a bit like the lots of LED lights here. You will see many brands, but again, what are they doing? They look nice on the tank, but has anybody used them for growing corals long term? Who knows? There's very little backup to. Whereas we're trying to, everything we do, we're endorsing that we do ourselves, so that the customer can buy those with confidence that they work, and they will produce good results for you.
Okay, perfect. Then let's switch to James.
Okay.
James is coming. So, hey James,
hello.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Your position in this company
I am
again?
the production manager for KoralSea. And my role and responsibility is to look after all the fish breeding and coral propagation.
Okay.
So as you can see, we're producing about 35 different species of coral at the moment, with 2 different variations of clownfish and the Banggai cardinals also. Obviously an important part of our coral range is our live food range. This is something that we use on the farm day to day, with no effects on the system themselves.
Okay.
So the first product that we have in our range is the K-Phyto. This is a very unique product in that it has been developed with 4 different strains of algae in the bottle, but it's also been cleaned in a very unique manner. Okay. A lot of people will grow their phytoplankton themselves, but they also put the culture media into their tanks. Okay, so the culture media will be heavy in copper and heavy metals, well, what we do is we separate the cells from the culture media. We have a very unique way to do this because it's very important to keep the cells intact. So this is what we do with our K-Phyto.
Okay. And will we also go to the culture, to the corals?
Yes, sure.
Later?
Sure. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. The next product is our K-Zoo. As part of our coral feed, zooplankton is very important. Okay, so this product contains 2 different species of zooplankton, a harpacticoid copepod and a calanoid copepod. This is very unique for keeping finicky feeders fed in your tank, like mandarins and copper bands, and it's also good for baby fish, so things like gobies and clownfish as well. The most unique product that we actually produce is a product called K-Fuzz, and this is a diatomic algae specifically designed to feed
what
tangs.
Is fuzz meaning?
Fuzz was just a name.
This movie Hot Fuzz.
Yes, okay, Hot Fuzz, yeah. The reason why it's being called fuzz is because if you look at it under a microscope, you'll see that it looks like a snow crystal. Okay, so this is why we call it fuzz. It has no relation to the type of algae that's used or anything like this. So it's used very successfully for feeding finicky feeders like tangs, and it can also be fed for angelfish as well, which is very unique.
Okay.
Okay.
And you will also start to sell this product in Germany,
yes,
I think?
Yes.
Now you sell it in UK and...
We sell it in the UK. If you are looking for a distributor in Germany or you're looking to get it, do send us an email and we'll send you on contact details from the shop.
Do you have full plans when you will start in Germany?
Straight away. It's ready to go. We have the labels translated into German, so it's ready to go.
And for our US guys, is it also coming to US?
The US is we don't have a distributor in the US at the moment, but again we are looking
for the future
to distribute to the US.
Okay.
Okay.
Then back to the corals, maybe.
Yep. Back to the corals.
Do you have a direction for corals? Are you more in that soft corals thing or more SPS or?
So when we started, we had a broad retail environment, so we knew what people wanted, and but obviously since we started in business, it's been interesting for us because we've seen that certain people come in at certain levels and start with soft corals and move on to SBS, and LPS are kind of in the middle. So what we've done is we've produced a broad range of corals rather than just saying that we're SBS specialists and this is all we do. Because we try and encourage everybody to be able to keep aquariums successfully and not have to worry about, oh, well, maybe these are too difficult. What's unique about our corals is that we also have a grading system on a level of care. So easy, medium and advanced. So it does help the customer to choose the correct corals. Okay. Me personally, I like SBS, but yeah, we all have to start somewhere, you know. So we start.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. How many corals do you have in your farm?
At the moment, well,
I mean, don't mean different species.
We have 35 species, but you'd look probably between 10 and 15,000 pieces.
Ooh, that's
yeah,
not one tank.
No, it's a lot. It's about 18,000 liters in total volume.
Okay.
And we do culture the corals in different systems. So depending whether or not they're soft corals, which need more phytoplankton, or SBS corals, which require more zooplankton.
Yeah.
It's very important for us.
Okay.
So this is the coral. The turnaround time, a lot of people ask us, how long does it take the coral to grow? And what we try to achieve is a 6 to 12 week cycle for our corals.
Okay.
So we cut them as babies and we grow them up to sellable size that you see here in...
So this is the selling size?
Yes.
Okay. It's a good size, yeah.
It's not bad for...
Not too small, not too big?
No.
So it's not too expensive then?
Yes.
Then the third product, you also culture fishes?
Yes. Yes.
I think ocellaris?
Yes, ocellaris clownfish. We have two varieties, as I said already. What we would call a premium clownfish, which would be...
the white one?
Yes, the white one. And then we have the colour morph black and orange as a common supply. Again, what's unique about our clownfish, we don't feed any type of powdered formula to our fish.
Okay.
Everything we feed is based on a live food, so we use our copepods and our zooplankton, yes, which makes their immunity very strong. Another key point is that even though we don't have them at the show, we produce red bubble tip anemones, and all the clownfish are exposed to the anemone before we ship. So they are anemone ready, if you look over there. So they're all anemone ready to go into people's anemones, because that's something that a lot of people ask. Will my clownfish go into my anemone if it's never seen an anemone?
I know that
before?
question.
So
a lot of people are asking that.
The answer is our clownfish are in the anemones before.
Okay, that's good. And you also breed other fishes?
Yes, we produce...
How many fishes do you have?
Currently, commercially,
species?
We only have 2 species at the moment. We are working with orchid doddybacks and neon gobies as well. Again, in KoralSea, we are trying to create a balanced system. So we culture multiple fish in single tanks. So what we produce is ocellaris with Bangui cardinals with a neon goby of some sort in the same system. And this helps as well, so that the fish aren't stuck in such small confined quarters.
That's good to hear that there are more and more manufacturers coming and do this culture stuff.
Another unique thing that we do is the Bergia nudibranchs.
Yeah.
Yes. So a lot of people have problems with aptasias in their systems. Everybody, again, learns that aptasias are the enemy. So what we done was we started to produce the Bergia nudibranch as well. The problem with these guys is that they will only eat aptasia. So everybody says, yeah, peppermints will eat my aptasias and everything, but it's not true. These guys are the only sure way to get your...
But also the fishes eat them.
No. What's unique about them is you'll see that they have a gill structure on the outside. Okay. And within those gill structure is the venom from the aptasia.
Okay.
So if a fish goes and bites the Bergia, it stings the fish.
Ah, okay.
So the fish won't eat them. The biggest problem for people when they put them into their aquarium is they get sucked into their power heads. Ah, okay. So you need to be careful when you put them in, to put them in carefully and let them into the water. Yeah.
I also had one year ago. I bought 5.
Yeah.
And I put them in a, you know, that small baby for freshwater.
Yeah.
You put the guppies
Green
in it.
ones.
The small boxes there.
Yeah.
And I put them inside this, but I don't know why. But 2 days later, someone bited the net.
Okay.
And then there was a big hole, and I never saw them again.
Did your aptasias go?
No.
No. Okay.
Not really.
Okay.
Is it good working with the aptasia?
They do work.
They eat it, yeah.
The problem is that
you said
the
they
adults,
only eat it.
The adults, they'll only eat aptasia. But the problem is people put 2 into 100 litres and expect it to be fixed overnight.
Yeah.
But the work is actually done by the eggs that the birgies lay. And the larvae are so small that they seek out the aptasia and they'll eat them that way. So you can see they're already starting to breed in the cup. You can see the spirals, which is very, very good sign that they're healthy.
Oh, this glass is very cool.
Yeah. This is a container that we build ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, the acrylic and the mesh size is all purpose built for the birgies to keep them alive long term, which is very important.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But how is it about the cleaning of the net? Is it a problem?
For a retailer, what we do is we just change them out. So you have 2. So week by week, you just put another one in, pour the birgies in, take this one out into fresh water. The algae will die, and then you just change it out the next week.
Ah, okay.
So you just continuously change them. The macroalgae, a lot of people with the systems that are out now are promoting macroalgae in their sump and refugium. So we produce Cheetomorpha and Caulerpa as a product also.
And they are the Caulerpas?
Yep. Which again is very unique, and it grows very quickly once your tank is happy. So
okay.
Not a problem.
Perfect. And thank you that you take the time for us.
Yes.
It was very interesting, and I hope you will come back in 2 years again for the second time.
Thank you very much.
And good success with your start in Germany.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Ciao.